Hello, my name is Casey Huffman, and today I'm going to explore the movement of ideas, people, and goods as they relate to the concepts of trade, globalization, industrialization, colonialization in the South American country of Bolivia. Home to over 11 million people, Bolivia is the fifth largest country in South America. Located in the center of South America, Bolivia is a landlocked country. Positioned in the southern and western hemispheres, it's located in the west-central South America, bordered by Peru, Brazil, Paraguay, and Chile. Bolivia's movement of goods through trade. The economic growth of Bolivia is hindered due to its landlocked location. Therefore, the country relies heavily on its trade agreements and relationships with bordering nations. Some examples of these agreements include an agreement made with Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay that cover railway connections and duty-free shipping from eastern river ports, giving Bolivia access to the Atlantic Ocean. Agreements with the nation of Peru also give Bolivia overland access to the Pacific Ocean. And in 2008, a defense accord was signed between Bolivia and Chile, opening ports transporting Bolivian goods freely for the first time since 1904. Bolivia is also a member of many trade organizations such as the Mercosur Group. This group is an economic and political bloc comprising of Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Venezuela. It was created when Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, and Uruguay signed the Treaty of Assertion, calling for free movement of goods, the elimination of custom duties, and to incorporate common external tariffs and to adopt a common trade policy for countries outside the bloc, hoping to form a common bloc similar to that of the European Union. Bolivia is an associate member of this group, receiving tariff reductions when trading with full members, but it does not have full voting rights or access to the free market. Bolivia is, however, in the process of attaining a full membership. Bolivia is also a member of the Andean community, with Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru reducing most internal trade between countries. With globalization of trade unavoidable, Bolivia is also a member of the World Trade Organization. Bolivia became a member of the World Trade Organization in 1999. This organization is the only global international organization dealing with rules of trade between nations. Brazil, the United States, and China, Argentina, Japan, and Peru are Bolivia's main trading partners. Bolivia's main imports are manufactured products, machinery, equipment for industry and transport, and raw materials such as consumer goods and foods. Bolivia's top three import partners are Brazil, Chile, and China. As industrialization and new mining techniques were introduced into Bolivia, the export of metals, especially tin, dominated Bolivia's trade. Today, natural gas has become the leading export, along with gold and soybean meal. Bolivia's top export partners are Brazil, Argentina, and India. Bolivia's movement and economic growth is at a disadvantage due to its landlocked location and rugged geography of steep mountains and seasonally flooded plains. The external transportation of people and goods rely heavily on the immense river systems and overland passageways made with Bolivia's bordering nations. The primary internal mode of transportation is by way of public transport, such as bus or train. Bus and truck service roads, however, are mostly unpaved without guardrails, and are hazardous, narrow, winding mountain roads. Roadways are continuing to develop, including paved highways that lead to major cities. Railways also continue to move goods and people throughout Bolivia and across borders. The people of Bolivia. Bolivia is home to South America's largest percentage of indigenous people. These native Indians make up 60% of the nation's population. These Indian societies have occupied this region long before the Europeans. Despite invasions, conflict, and colonialization, the indigenous descendants of the Armenian groups remain. Since the colonization of the region by Spain and France, the landscape of South America has drastically changed from rural to urban patterns, with 80% of its population located in cities. Long before the colonialization of Bolivia by the European countries of Spain and France, Indian societies inhabited the Andes region. These ruins can still be seen today, reminding the Bolivian people of the first great Indian empire. Today, the Bolivian people's national identity has been developed throughout history, including pre-colonial, Spanish colonial, and post-independence. A mixture of both indigenous and Spanish customs can be seen and still flourish today. As depicted in the video, culture and customs of Bolivia can be seen through dance and festivals, including the festival of Carnaval de Ora, dating back to pre-colonial era, celebrated as a pilgrimage to the sacred mountain of Uro to ask natives for protection. In the 17th century, it was banned by the Spanish, so the Uro people simply incorporated Catholic themes. The festival is still held today, as depicted in this video. The cultural and customs of Bolivia and the Bolivian people can also be seen through their clothing, art, and food. In this presentation, I wanted to explore the South American country of Bolivia and how it relates to the geographical theme of movement. For over 500 years, the Bolivian people have learned to navigate this landlocked country's extreme geographical disadvantages and resources. Through the movement of ideas, people, and goods, through trade, globalization, industrialization, and colonization, and turned their country into the heterogeneous society it is today. Thank you for listening.